Hey guys, Rich Basine here, YouTube vlogger and creator. Today I want to talk about mouse, USB mouses, that is. The reason I'm doing this video is because, in case you guys didn't know, I've been on this selling on eBay for the past 25 years, and every now and then I would get a question from somebody when it comes to wireless devices, be it a keyboard or a mouse in some cases, well, in most cases. And I always get these people come up and say, can I get this mouse to work without a receiver or whatever, you know, is there a work around it? No, there's no work around it, but I just want to go over some stuff with you guys and share some information. So I hope you guys could stick around and check it out. So without further ado, I'm going to try to keep this video as brief as possible. I got a couple sites open, you know, that I want to share with you guys when it comes to getting software downloads and stuff like that. If you're using Logitech products, I use a lot of Logitech stuff. I got 5 Logitech webcams I use to shoot at different angles and stuff like that. But we're only going to work with the one. I'm not here to talk about the webcams, by the way. So I just want to go over that stuff, you know, pretty brief, just share it with you guys, and you know, we'll take it from there. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it won't be too long. All right, what you see here is our 3 dedicated Logitech mouse right here, USB, well, no, wireless ones, I'm sorry, wireless ones. And here we have an HB wired. We'll do the first one here, get to this one here. Now, you know, I have an HP computer. I used to use a wired mouse, and I didn't like it because it used to kept getting in the way with my other peripherals and stuff. And wire used to hang back there, get stuck. And you know, this is a fairly new one. This is on eBay, matter of fact. I think it's considered like a brand new one here. But this is, you know, with this here, you don't have to worry about a receiver. In some cases, it just plug it into a USB port, and with the plug and play, most likely it'll detect it depending what. I guess with the Windows operating system, I'm using Windows 11. So I would take it that it would work that way. If, however, it don't work that way, then you might need to go to the HP website and download the driver software in order to make it work, just to let you know. So in regards to you know, wired versus wireless, that's what we're going to talk about today. Really try to keep it as brief as possible. Here, this is the one I'm using right now, this mouse here. Okay, you can see the little mouse cursor moving around in my keyboard. This here is a Logitech keyboard, of course. You can see it over here. This is wireless. I did have a wired one, same thing, same reason. Couldn't deal with all the wires and stuff like that. Again, when I have a lot of peripherals on my desk, and it used to get stuck in there every now and then, it was a nuisance. And I like the mobility where you can take this here, put on your lap, and type away without. Now, the reason I'm doing with this, talk about mouses, is because people will usually ask, and I had that there in my older videos, this here is a wireless one, as we know, and they'll say, I picked up this Logitech. They might see, let's say I did a video on this demo video, I picked one up like this here, and I don't have the receiver. Will it work? No. What is the receiver for this here? They're usually tucked away in here. Like if you were to pick this up, this is a thrift store find one, by the way. I got the plastic on here, so take it off. That's whatever. Anyway, and you hit the little button back here, like this here, and you hit the button, this cover pops off. Here you're going to see the little Unify receiver. Okay, now let me tell you something about this receiver. Either it's bad or whatever. This receiver actually came out of this one. They gave 2 receivers with it, and when I was trying to get the battery out of this here, this guy here, the what do you call it there? It got stuck in there. It was stuck in there, like someone must have stuffed this in here. This receiver does not work with this this wireless mouse here. It's the Performance MX. It doesn't work with it. Okay, just to let you guys know. All right. The reason why I have the batteries here is just trying to show you what it takes, what you could use with these here, how many batteries it takes. This particular one here, I keep this here because I don't want to get lost for now. This one here, this particular Logitech mouse here takes 1 AA battery. Okay, but if you ever get them, and you're gonna, let's say you pick them up at a thrift store or whatever, make sure you find this in here, because sometimes they sell them without it. So you might open and say, oh, the receiver is gone, how am I going to make it work? It will not work without this here. Okay, and I'm going to show you where to get that on eBay and stuff like that there. Alright, so this one here, the reason why it's green is because this is the active one, this one I'm using right now. Okay, this particular one here, this one here goes with this keyboard. Alright, But in order to make this work, it's not the unifier one that's going to work. The little one I just showed you, this is what's going to make it work right here. Okay, this is a receiver, believe it or not. Okay, and again, get the same questions even with the keyboard. This here, I have one over my desk right now. It's on my monitor. I have the same exact one. This one here will connect the keyboard and the mouse. Without it, it will not work. Okay, it's USB. If you have a USB hub on your computer, you would plug it in. This here is a PS2. Okay, now if you had a PS2 mouse, usually color coded, I'm going to show you over here. If you come across one, let's say you're a person, I don't mind PS2s, you know, this is what you want to get. Okay, it's USB to PS2. Okay, it's a keyboard and mouse converter. All right, and basically what you would do is the same thing. I keep this here. Because I sell, back in the day, I was selling keyboards, wireless keyboards and mouses, and sometimes even wired ones. And this is USB. Okay, and they would ask me, are you going to throw the converter in it? No, I'm not going to throw the converter. If I'm not mistaken, one is for keyboard and one is for the mouse. I'm not sure either or. But if you get a PS2 keyboard or mouse, whatever, it'll be color coded with this here in most cases. And you would plug in green to green, purple to purple, and you plug this in your computer. If you bought two, if you bought the mouse, a PS2 mouse and a PS2 keyboard, you plug it in, you're good to go. So even though they're old technology, you could still use them today with this little handy cable here. Okay, just to throw that out there because some people may not know about it. All right, so that's why I'm doing this video. And again, sometimes I get old comments, comments from my old videos, and I figured let me just do a video, just throw it out there. So going forward, just to recap, again, if you get this type, this mouse here, it will not work without this, and same thing applies to a keyboard. And this here takes two batteries, two AA batteries. Okay, so we'll put that to the side as well. Let's see. The other thing I want to talk about is the well, we'll do this one here. If you don't have a computer that has a 4-point hub, a 4-port hub. Can't even talk today. I need my coffee. It's 4, and you got 3 over here, and you got the 1 over here. And if you only have one USB on your computer, you would plug this in and extend it. It would extend it to 4 ports. Now, the way I typed it in before, you could add up to 127 devices on one computer, but because you could keep extending it, you keep adding on and on to these things. You get another port, 4-port, click it on here, and then you get 8, and so on and so forth. How do I know this here? Because I've done it. I've done it before, and then I eventually just upgraded. The ones I use now, the ones I use right now, are all push button. And the reason why I have that there is like for my Blue Yeti mic over here. If I didn't have that and I just left it, every time I power my computer on, I'm on this computer 8 to 10 hours a day. That Blue Yeti mic would stay on. So I got the hubs. They got the hubs like that there, and it has the push buttons on it. I got one at 7, I think the other one's 5 or 6, whatever it is, I forget. And you just hit the buttons on there and power it on and off, rather than pulling from the cable all the time. Because somebody said, well, why don't you just pull it from the cable? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it because then you'll mess up the connector in there. I had a friend that did that there, kept plugging it in and out. Eventually, the thing got loose. He had to take it to a repair guy. It cost him $40 just to resolder it on there again. So if you want to protect the longevity of your microphone, and especially the cable connector that goes into it, get yourself one of these here. They sell them with the push buttons. This way, every time you're going on for the day, you're going to make a video, pop it on, pop it off. So you might want to consider getting a USB hub. They got the 3.1 and the 3.0. This is 3.01, and that's the latest one, the 3.1, I believe. So you might want to look into that. Again, with the extension here, they got the extension cable USB. This one here picked up at a local thrift store. I think it's about 3 to 4 feet. I don't remember offhand. And what's nice about it, if you have a keyboard or your computer, let's say your computer is very far, a little distance away, and you need to charge up a peripheral or whatever, this is going to come in handy. Okay, like I said, this is I think 3 or 4 foot, whatever it is, but it's perfect for me. So they do make extension USB cables. Okay, now getting back to this one here again. This is the one, what I found interesting with this here is, when I bought this here, it did come with the USB unifier one, the little receiver. It's plugged in the back of my computer. I have that one here just to show you as an example. That one I showed you was stuck in here. They stuffed it in here for some reason. This one here came with the rechargeable battery. With the rechargeable battery, it's all, I would say you get about 3 days out of it, depending on how much usage you use on it. It's good. It's still good. And what happens is with this particular one here, you get 3 lights that come up on the side here. You can't see them because it's kind of like matte finished. And when they're all 3 are on here, this one here is fully charged. When it starts to, when the battery starts to lose its charge, it'll go down to 1, 2, and 3. You know, it'll say 3, 2, 1. When it hits the 1, then I just plug in the cable and recharge it up again. That's why I got this here, because not this one here. That's why I got this here. Whoops, this guy's rolling over here. You know, my computer is a little distance away from this here. It wouldn't be, this wire isn't long enough for it there, the cable. But this is what came with it. Okay. And you would just, and you could work with it plugged in too. It'll charge as just, even though it's plugged in, you can still, you know, charging, you can still work with it. All right. But the good thing what I like about it is, if I don't want to do the charging part anymore, the charging port, which is a charging part of it, you would just take this out here. Takes one battery, plug it in, 3 lights go on here. It's already connected to the Unifier receiver beyond my computer, and this guy's good to go. Okay. And one last thing with this here, before I go to the websites, when it comes to cleaning it out, let's say it's getting a little messed up, it's not, the sensors are in there, it's not a little dirty, whatever. Basically what you would do is just take a little alcohol, nice clean brand new Q-tip, give it a little spritz here, and what you do is you're going to go over here where the optical glass is and just very gently touch, don't force it, just do it like that there. Clean it up a little. If you want to dry it, use the other side to dry it out. That's it. That's all you got to do. Okay. All right. Now with that, we're going to go to the site itself here. Let me just let me make myself bigger over here. I should say minimize the screen here. Let me do this. Okay. This is what I was talking about before. Oh, let me go back over here, guys. There we go. Here I am. All right. Here's what I was talking about. You will run out of USB endpoints before you hit the 127 device limit. That's many devices you can use with the USB. 127 devices, believe it or not. This is what I typed in here. So over here, how many USB devices can be connected to a computer? And this is what came up. All right, just to try it out there. I don't know if you guys are interested. All right, let's look at the extension cables here. The extension cables come 2.0, 3.1. I'm at 3.0 as well. This is again off of eBay. You could type it in. You know, just type in USB extension cable if you need one. Okay, I got mine. I bought a 6-footer. That's one, like I said, that one I showed you just now, that came from a local thrift store. The other one I bought was a 6-footer. That came from my local store, computer store. Okay, but you can see here, let's just hit this here like that with the mouse scroll here. You can see they all come in different price ranges here. It's not, they got 3 feet, 6 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, you know. And this is the prices. They're really, you know, ridiculously cheap in some cases. But again, you know, shop what you need. If you need a 3-footer, 6-footer, whatever, you know, that's it. I bought the 6-footer cable because I keep one of my Logitech webcams back there on the side there, and when I want to do it, because I shoot at different angles, that's why I got 5 different you know, webcams here. And the other ones are all, 4 of them are from the local thrift store. The Logitech Brio that I'm recording with right now, that was purchased by me. Okay, that was kind of costly. But anyway, getting back to this again here, as you can see here, you know, they're pretty inexpensive, and you know, if you need them, get them. All right. And then the other thing over here is the Logitech unifiers. Okay, let's go back to the search results here, and when you go back here, you can see what they're going for. Let's move my mouse this way here. Just scroll it down a little, and you see some of them are $9.99, $9.79. Here's what I will say when it comes to getting these type of unifiers. Make sure you have the model number of the item that you're doing, and reach out to the seller. Make sure it's going to work with that there, because again, that unifier receiver I just showed you did not work with either or one of these mouses. I was testing them out. It didn't work with it. So make sure, reach out to them, you know, and let them know. Say, hey, I got this. Like for me, if I was going to get a receiver for this Logitech one here, the Performance MX, I would say, hey, you know, what you know, receiver would work with that there, you know, because they might have different ones, and they do. You say, whoops, look it over here. Look, see here, I'll give you an example. Just exactly what I was talking about. I got to fix this here. Logitech Unifier receiver for M905, M600, M525 mouse, and then it's got K350, 750 keyboard. So these unifiers are proprietary to in some cases to that particular device. So be it the keyboard or the mouse, make sure you check it out, okay, before you do it. And again, they're very expensive. Look at this one here. All right, it's going to come from China, but I'm just trying to say $2, whatever. The thing is, when it comes to overseas, it's going to take a while. It might take a couple of weeks in some cases. I usually buy USA buy. Not that I'm saying anything bad about that, but I like to buy USA because I want to get it. I don't want to wait weeks or whatever. So that's totally up to you. If you're not in a hurry for it, that's fine. But again, as you can see here, make sure again that unifier is going to coincide with your keyboard or mouse. Okay. All right. So, and then all you got to do on here is just, if you're going to type it in on what do you call it there, on eBay, type in Logitech Unifier receiver and you'll get that information. But again, type in the model number of your keyboard and mouse. Okay, let's go over here to again, this one here is the Logitech Performance MX mouse. This one came from mine. It gives its basic instructions. Let's scroll down here again, do the scroll here, and you can see what it tells you when you get here. And then how to power it on off, of course, plug in the Unifier receiver, and if you have a laptop with it, mine's plugged into my desktop, okay, and it gives you instructions on how to set it up and stuff like that there, you see. So it's not really much, but this comes off of the Logitech website, okay, pretty interesting, right? All right, so yeah, and again, you can reach out to them. They got phone numbers here if you want to call them up and stuff like that. I think they're still active numbers. I don't know. All right, and lastly, if you need to download, again, I only put this one in just as an example. What you would do is do a Google search, and if you needed to get driver software for that particular keyboard or mouse, then you would type it in. All right, just type in there, or do a Google search, Logitech keyboard, mouse, or whatever. I'll use this one here, keyboard and mouse, or just the Performance MX mouse driver software. Once you do that, you'll see the Logitech support website. That's what you want to hit, and when you do that there, this is what comes up with it right over here. This shows you for Windows 11. Let me just hit the mouse scroll again, and you'll see the different things here. Now they got quite a bit here. I'm not going to go crazy with this here, and make sure again, it's going to work with your operating system. This is Windows 10 and Windows 11. My computer right now is a Windows 11 64-bit operating system. But again, you can see what you get here. And download, I know they have a lot here. I was looking at it before, I was like, holy cow, I don't remember downloading all this stuff. Usually the firmware, the Logitech operating part of it to make this thing functional, working. And the updates, sometimes I'll do update. Well, Setpoint 2 is another one. But then you'll see, it'll say 32-bit, 64-bit, whatever. I'm not, now if you're asking me, would you download a lot of stuff? Again, you got to look, like this one here, right up here. Whoops. My mouse is driving me crazy. I'm sorry. This one over here says Windows 8, 7, 10, right, and Windows 11. In other words, if you download the Setpoint software, that's what the operating system is going to work with, okay? So, they do have quite a bit in here. I mean, I'm just going to speed it up a little here because, like I said, I don't want to keep it too, going too long here. All right, and look at this. Look at all the software. Look at this. This is all, and it's all download. You can download off of their website. So if you do come across, I can't now. Here's the thing. I can't say for sure if they're going to have, for every single model. This happens just to be, which happens to work out for this one here. Okay. So just keep that in mind. All right, let me close this. Let me get ready to close this video out here. Anyway, that's all I have for you right now. I hope this video was helpful in some way. If you like this video or any of my videos, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. And if you want to be updated when I post any videos, please hit that bell notification icon. This is Rich Pacitti signing off. I'll talk to you guys the next time. Take care and bye-bye for now.